Hello and welcome to another one of my videos for CGM 845 simulations. As it's the Jubilee weekend, I thought I'd do something a little bit different with the plane I'm using and the venue we're flying out of. The plane we have today is a recently released by JUSTFLIGHT, and it's the British Aerospace 146 or BAE 146. It was a short haul regional airliner that was manufactured in the UK in the beginning by British Aerospace and later as part of BAE Systems. Production ran from 1983 until 2001. Manufactured by Avro International Aerospace of an approved known version of the Avro RJ. Began in 1992, so there was a couple of different versions by a few different manufacturers. This one is further improved versions with new engines. The Avro RJX was announced in 1997, but only 2 prototypes and 1 production aircraft were built before production ceased in 2001. With 387 produced aircraft, the Avro RJ BAE 146 is the most successful British civil jet airliner program to date. The BAE 146 is a high-wing cantilever monoplane with a T-tail. It has 4 geared turbofan engines mounted on pylons underneath the wings, and has retractable tricycle landing gear. The aircraft has a very quiet operation. It was also called the Whisperjet. His nickname was Whisperjet. It's seen very wide usage in small city-based airports such as London City Airport, and in its primary role it serves as a regional jet, short-haul airliner or regional airliner, with example of the type are also used in private jets. And this particular one, the livery I've got for this is actually, if I was going to make a bit of paper, yeah, so on the 1st of April 1995, the Queen's Flight, which was equipped with a BAE 146 CC2, which was the military version of the BAE 146. They were merged with number 32 Squadron RAF and moved from RAF Northolt to RAF Benson. So it's a British plane in a British livery, used by the RAF for the Queen's Flight. And we're at Duxford today. The version of Duxford I'm using is available free from flightsim.to. It's the EGSU Duxford Airfield Complete Edition. EGSU is just the airport identifier, and it's also got the airshow add-on, which I'm using at the moment as well. They're all free from flightsim.to, and they're done by Chico Mick. He's done quite a few bits and pieces on there, but these are the 2 bits I've got from him. So yeah, this is the Queen's Flight livery from number 32 Squadron RAF, and a little unique thing used on this aircraft that isn't on any other is these 2 pods on either side of the rear of the tail. They are not reversing lights or indicators, they are chaff dispensers. Chaff dispensers are used when, in certain circumstances, when there's a missile threat, and they're used to confuse the missile targeting, so the plane can kind of get out the way and the missile goes off and hits the chaff rather than the aircraft. But these, as far as I'm aware, are only ever used on the military versions of these planes, so you won't see these on the normal civilian versions, which is quite nice and well modelled by JUSTFLIGHT, to be fair. If you notice, there's a slight crack in the back of the door here, and that is because the hydraulics for the air brake aren't quite centralised and pressured up yet. But when the aircraft's all powered up and ready to go, that will close up, because the aircraft itself has a rather unique air brake system where the whole back end of the tail opens up like a flower, and it does it that way. Some aircraft have it on the wings, small jets usually have it on the airframe somewhere at the front, or in line with the airflow of the wing, but this one has it right in the middle at the back, and it's quite strange when you see it open up. I'll get the plane up and going. In fact, I'll go into the cockpit first. So this is the cockpit of the BAE 146. In its cold and dark state. This is the passenger version. And go all the way down into the cabin. So the stairs down that way. Don't go that way because you'll fall out. That is one exit. There's another exit there. There's probably an exit over the wing. And you've got another 2 exits at the back, along with the toilet and the coffee machine, which is in there somewhere. There won't be any in-flight entertainment today, or I might edit some music in later, I don't know. Another bit of a galley up here. And this is the main cockpit. Now I haven't quite mastered the whole with the DC-6, I can pretty much get that going from cold to engines running, but this is a little bit new to me. So the reason I'm doing a recorded one is because I got stinking cold, and I will try and edit out all the kind of coughs and splutters that I make. I'll leave the coughs and splutters that the engines on the airplane make in, but I'll try and remove all my coughs and splutters out by the end of it. The DC-6, I've pretty much got to a point where I can start that from cold to get the engines going, but this one I've only had it a little while, and I'm still getting used to it, so I'll use my magical control and E. And that's shut up all the outside doors for me as well, which is nice. I'll wait for the hydraulics to kick in. So I do like this aircraft because it's I'm not a big fan of the modern
ground CJM 845 simulation 001 requesting pushback.
Ground CJM 845 simulation 001 no pushback tug is available to answer your request.
Yeah, I do quite like this one. I'm not a big fan of the modern aircraft with all the big gauges and the dashes and all the glass cockpits and stuff. That's why I quite like the DC-6, because it's a little bit more analogue. And I've got to wait for that hydraulic warning to go out, and then I can shut the air brake up if it doesn't do it itself. But you've got all the basic systems that you would have. It's just, to be fair, it was quite modern for its day, but obviously these days it's a little bit antiquated, but still usable. In fact, I need to be putting in the flight plan. So we're going to go direct to... Well, we're going to go into RAF Abingdon, or it was RAF Abingdon. EG, where's UD?
right, using taxiway Alpha.
Oh,
Contact
right.
tower on 122.08 when ready.
Hopefully that should be set.
Taxiing hold short runway 06 right, via taxiway Alpha CJM 845 simulation 001.
Well, if not, I'll just do it by dead reckoning. So we've got that's the air brakes, they're fully open. There you go, job done. So, I'm not quite sure which runway they want me to go from. But we're going to go down past these other planes and then off round here and then back up this way. So if it's not the right way, I apologise now. I did do one video with this a couple of weeks ago, but I literally only just got it, so it was just a bit of a kick back and relax video. Turn that lighting down a little bit. Hurricanes and Spitfires. There's another 146. It's actually very well modelled. Having looked at some satellite imagery and their website at Duxford, it's pretty accurate to what it actually is. You've got them. I think there's seven different buildings that house different stuff like World War II aircraft. There's a few other different collections down there. They don't just do aircraft. They've got normal vehicles, land vehicles there as well. You'll see some of them over here. It's got a bit of a tank museum or military vehicle museum. Never been to Duxford. Probably have to get there at some point. Flown out of here enough times in this sim. It's a minute. Hang on. That's right, that little fuel truck is a Volvo. Little FL6 by the look of it. It could be older. Very nice. Get
Tower
takeoff
CJM 845
clearance, 'cause
simulation
they're gonna shout at me otherwise.
001 at runway 06 right, ready for departure, departing straight out.
CJM 845 simulation 001 altimeter tree 0.09er wind 055 at 20. Departing straight out approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 06 right.
Cleared for takeoff runway 06 right, CJM 845 simulation 001.
I do like this plane. It feels like a big plane rather than a simulated little plane. It's got a bit of weight to it, which is quite hard to do in a simulation. Give you that feeling of it being quite heavy. Let's try to turn these lights down a bit. I'm blinded. It's better. Yeah, that'll do. So we're going to pretty much take off and do a 180, and we're heading down towards Oxford way. Swindon. Yeah, we'll head for Oxford, and then I can pick it up from there. Well, what might try, I've not tried this before since the update, is might not pick it up. But when I get close, I'll put Abingdon in here, and then it should give me a route to it. So I'm just going to prep the autopilot before we take off. So we're going to want VNav. It's not set, is it? Right, so that now should have loaded the flight plan. So if I go into the map again, it's not showing it yet. should come on when I'm underway. It should let me. I'll give that a go. Normally I set the flight up before I take off, but I thought I'd try and do it through the thing. It's been a pain.
Speed alive for both sides. 80 knots cross-checked. V1. Rotate. V2. Positive rate of climb, gear on.
Yeah, coming up. Bring the flaps up.
Cambridge approach CJM 845 simulation 001 is type British Aerospace Avroliner 2 miles northeast of Echo Golf Sierra Uniform 2,600 feet. Request flight following. CJM 845 simulation 001 Cambridge approach. Squawk 667 tree. Squawk 667 tree CJM 845 simulation 001. Simulation 001 radar. Contact 4 miles northeast of Echo Golf Sierra Uniform 3,200 feet. Altimeter tree 0.
Probably only going to go up to about 10,000 feet.
Roger, CJM 845.
This is only a very short flight. So I've only got the bare essentials sorted. With regards to learning this plane, I've roughly got an idea of how the autopilot works. Starting it up as it's jets is a little bit different, but it comes with a full manual, so that'll be the next thing I'm doing.
120.625 for CJM 845 simulation 001. Stansted approach CJM 845 simulation 001 4,200 feet.
So I think it's logged the flight plan because it is actually showing me distance. This is the distance that we're going to Abingdon. That's the early speed alarm. So I'm not paying attention. We've just gone through 5,000 feet and we're climbing at a good rate of knots at the minute, probably about 700 feet a minute. Let's drop that down. In fact, we're just over 1,000 feet. Bring that right down. It's in a turn as well, so it's not going to be very smooth. Flying into the sun. So I've got actual time and weather on today as well. So it's a little bit of good timing. So it's a very nice looking plane interior wise. So everything's kind of clickable and
CJM-845 simulation 001
movable and
6,100 feet.
fiddly withable.
CJM-845
Which is why I'm trying not to touch too much, because I'll end up turning an engine off or something.
Continue as planned.
Turn the landing lights off. It's got a very nice sound to it, if you like that sort of thing. And I love it. That's not me, right? That's the autopilot.
CJM-845 simulation 001 to contact Luton approach on 132.05.
The exterior of the plane is very well modelled. Even the little lights look like little lights inside bits of glass. Very well done. Ooh, that's a screenshot worthy picture. Unfortunately the chaff pods don't work, so I can't demonstrate them. Which is probably a good thing, to be honest. I'm surprised. All that outside and I haven't overspeeded it. Which is quite good. Okay, so we're 42 miles out now. Hopefully it's actually going to Abingdon. I'm going to level it off here. If I hit the altitude, that'll keep her nice and level. I think we're just above 8,000 feet. Yeah, 8,100 feet. So that will do nicely. Just means I haven't got a long descent coming to Abingdon. I will have to do a flyover because I don't know the orientation of the runway from the direction I'm heading. It should be pretty much north-southish. Should be handy. So let's see if this thing will. Lock back on. flying over Luton and Dunstable. So it's going to be a very short flight today because I'm pre-recording it. I've done quite well with the coughing and spluttering so far. Trust me to get a cold on a 4-day bank holiday. Nice weather tonight anyway. And the sun will be gone in a couple of minutes. Don't know what time sunset is today, but not going to be long. Can't remember whether Abingdon's got a lit runway or not. Could be interesting. If I can't get into Abingdon, I'll just fly on to Bryce because it's pretty much on a straight path from there anyway. Because you got around that area, you've got Bryce, Benson, Blenheim. So I could pretty much shut my eyes and find one of them to land on. Uh, 18 miles. Probably start slowing down now. As I say, I'm probably going to overfly it just so I can get my bearings and then come in on it. Because normally what I'd do is I'd set up a departure and then an arrival point, and then there's beacons that you can use to line yourself up on the runway that you have to land on. But obviously I didn't do that, I just put a direct route straight into Abingdon. So it's going to be a bit of a suck it and see when we get there. We have got an airfield off to our 11 o'clock, probably, yeah, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock here. Not quite sure which one that is. That might be... I don't think it's Kidlington. Kidlington should be off to my right somewhere. But that's an option. It's a nice lit runway. If I can't find Abingdon, then we'll keep that one in mind. I think that one that we're flying over now, I can't remember the name of it now. That's another disused one. I think that was used for storage. Might be. I thought it might be Upper Hayford, but no, I think that's in the wrong spot for that. There's two runways off there. Don't know what they are. Be able to tell Bryce because there'll be a road running right next to the end of one of the runways. That one looks like Bryce, to be honest. So no Fairford's around here somewhere as well. Got a massive runway off to my right at 1 o'clock.
CJM 845 simulation 001. Contact Oxford approach on 125.09er.
Ah, there's Abingdon.
Going to 125.09er CJM 845 simulation 001. Oxford approach CJM 845 simulation 001 8,200 feet. CJM 845 simulation 001 Oxford approach altimeter tree 0.06. Continue as planned.
I think we're all good for landing. Just gonna turn that off.
Autopilot disconnected.
CJM 845
It's going to be beeping its arse off now.
Contact Bryce Norton approach on 127.25. Good day.
127.25 CJM 845 simulation 001. Rise Norton approach CJM 845 simulation 001 8,200 feet.
CJM 845 simulation 001 Rise Norton approach altimeter tree 0.09er. Continue as planned.
Right, I'm going to have to
CJM 845 simulation 001 contact London Center on 118.475. Good day.
okay.
118.475 for CJM 845 simulation 001. London Center CJM 845 simulation 001 9,000 feet.
CJM 845 simulation 001 London Center altimeter tree 0.06. Continue as planned.
Yeah, don't quite know why the
001 contact
the autopilot does that.
127.25. Good day.
127.25 CJM 845 simulation 001. Rise Norton approach CJM
I'll do a
845
U-turn and head back towards
001
Abingdon.
8,900
Should give me enough room actually to get lined up. If I can find the airport.
Simulation 001 Rise
Quick
Norton
enough.
approach altimeter tree 0.06. Continue as planned.
Rise Norton approach CJM 845 simulation 001.
Is that what I'll
Request
do?
clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
CJM 845 simulation
Rise,
001
memory,
Rise
RAF
Norton
Abingdon, set as destination.
Charlie airspace. CJM 845 simulation 001
There it is.
heading 060. Proceed on course descent and maintain 2,300.
I'll leave the cheaty glide slope helper off. There are sick bags in the seat pockets in front of you. They're not optional, and you can take them with you when you go. Right, let's get the gear out. In fact, what I'll do first is I'll show you this rather cool air brake. It's rather good looking and it's rather effective. You don't want to use it too much. So I'm pretty much coming in on idle power at the minute. I'm going to chuck some flaps in. Hear the engine's starting to spool down as the flaps come in. Looks like that autopilot's trying to kick back in again.
Bank angle, bank angle.
You don't need to listen to that, that's fine. I have everything under control. Isn't that well modelled? I'm not going to go back into the cockpit just yet because it's pretty much going to be bells and whistles. It's fine, don't worry. Nothing to see here. Coming in sideways. Going to be getting bank angle. Pull up.
Sink rate. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Careful not to land in the field.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Ground idle. Yellow and green spoilers. Brake pressure seen. 80 knots. 60 knots.
Not my finest landing, but yeah, we'll go through the manuals and try and figure out this autopilot. So it shouldn't be beeping its head off. Put the autopilot in, disengage the autopilot. Don't understand quite why it's beeping at me. It's probably something I'm doing wrong. But that's what happens when you give me an aircraft. It's like giving a monkey a banana. So yeah, that was just a quick flight today. I wanted to do a live stream, but with all my coughing and spluttering, it was easier for me to edit it out afterwards than you lot putting up with it live on YouTube. So yeah, thanks for watching. That was the BAE 146. In fact, it's just been updated to version 1.5, and it is actually quite a bit better than it was. There is a change log available on JUSTFLIGHT's website with all the additions they've made to it and fixes. I'll tell you what. Let's see if I can't run this guy over. Dink. Shut the plane down. I think for customer satisfaction, we shall open everything. So those doors I said don't jump out of, I think you want to be jumping out of them. Stairs, stairs, need stairs. There we go. There you go. Well, thank you for flying CJM 845 simulation. As I say, take your sick bags with you. I'll probably do another flight over the weekend. Might be another pre-recorded, depending on how my cold is. Thanks again. It does help if people could subscribe and like the videos, just so I know that I'm doing stuff you want to see, or if there's any options for what you want to see, let me know. As I say, this sim will do most of the world in quite a variable amount of planes. So yeah, thanks very much. See you again soon.